And we go behind those stories, and we give you a little more in-depth reporting on those stories to tell you what's really going on there. And like we tell you every week, it's only our opinion. You can accept or reject it, but we're obviously going to have our say. Keep in mind, too, those of you who missed this program, we're on again Friday night from 8:30 to 9:30, and this program will be rebroadcast at that time. Also, another little thing going on here. We have the FlintRadio.com has our program running, I guess, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So when you tune in, wherever you tune in, if you stay with it, it'll show the whole program. I don't know whether if you tune in when it's in the middle or not, it'll show all the way around to where you tuned in, but I think that's the way it goes. Flint Talk, it's called, flinttalk.com. So if you miss it here and miss it Friday night, you can check in at the flinttalk.com. Anyway, we have a number of stories we want to discuss with you tonight. One involves the, that fiasco at the Flint School Board. We have some suggestions we want to make, and it's only our opinion, and obviously some will agree, some will disagree. And then we want to talk to you about the local corruption versus the Washington corruption that you're hearing so much about now. What goes on here in Flint and Genesee County? Is there much local corruption? Well, we'll have some ideas for you on that also. And then we want to know what the heck is this story that we're hearing about here in the last couple of days about a new millage that Williamson wants to get approved for almost 2 mills, additional 2 mills to deal with sidewalk repairs. You have to ask, what is going on with the money that we're paying taxes with now, like our property tax, our income tax? What is that going for? We got all these separate millages, police, health, senior citizens, all these things that are supposed to be paid for by our local taxes, and we have all these special millages specifically designated for these areas that I would think our income tax and our property tax should be paying for in the first place. What's going on here? We'll talk about that because, we have all these millages being proposed, and some are, I think, very useful, and some, obviously, I don't think are that have that much of a priority. But any of them, you have to ask, where's all our other money going to? We'll have some ideas on that, too. In the typical fashion, in local government, there seems to be an attempt to cover up certain damaging information concerning members of the Flint School Board and its administrators. You remember when we had a story in the Flint Journal, Milton was slow to get printed. He was there for about 10 months. And he kept getting emails to get printed, and he never did. And then when he did get printed, they left a space out for the date. Now, why did they do that? Were they trying to cover something up? We'll talk about that as we go through here. Also, unfortunately, it's beginning to appear that the county prosecutor, who was supposed to be doing a criminal investigation on Julius Anthony for not registering as a sex offender, may be getting a pass on that. Keep in mind, Anthony was hired by his close friend and business partner, Flint Superintendent of Schools, Walter Milton, to head the Flint School District's curriculum and instructional services. And he did that without checking Anthony's record. So here we have a situation. All teachers who come into the Flint school system, their background is checked, records, criminal records checked, and they're not allowed to go to work before all of this checking is done and all the information is returned to the school district. Now, the administrators are supposed to do the same thing. There's a state law that requires it. But lo and behold, Milton went on for about 10 months, told time and time again to get it in, just completely ignored it, brought Anthony in, didn't require Anthony to have one. Why was that? Did he know something he didn't want other people to know? Certainly Anthony didn't want them to know it, because when he filled out his application, he lied on his application about having any criminal record. Now here we have Milton hires this Anthony, and he turns out to be a pedophile. Here, look at this. Anthony abused boy 3 years old in 1996. About the time that they were together, they may have been consultants even before that, or partners with Milton even before that. But whatever. Did Milton know? Should he have known? Certainly he should have required a background check on him if he didn't know. Why did he and Anthony wait this long? Anthony came in August, about 10 months. Milton was even before that. He was there a year. And no check was made. Why?